We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we got to start off with Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill decides to troll Nicki Minaj after news broke out that allegedly she kicked Kenny out for allegedly cheating. He tweeted or reposted a tweet from Kevin Gates saying, "I love you and I hope you're doing okay." He said, "To all my exes," with the kissing emoji, "all of y'all." Now, Meek Mill will be receiving 50,000 lashings. And his ass better be talking about Rick Ross and Diddy. If we talking about exes, those are his most recent exes. And I know he missed bottom feeder Diddy because Diddy's in jail and he's unable to get his booty hole played with. Now, a lot of people are saying that he is referring to Nicki Minaj because of the rumors that Nicki Minaj had kicked Kenny out after his address has been updated on the registry list to a address in New York. Okay? Now, people have been pulling up this address and they're saying the location is in the hood. So Nicki's definitely not staying at that location, right? And primarily, most of the time, Nicki Minaj's residence has been in California, and before then, it was in Miami, okay? Now, here's the thing, like I said before, hypothetically, they could be using that address just so that her house won't get swatted anymore. But I doubt Nicki is staying at that particular address in New York, okay? Because if you Google the address, the place is in the hood, where Nicki Minaj definitely is not staying at, especially when she just bought a $20 million home. So let me know how y'all feel about it. In my opinion, I think Meek Mill is a thirst bucket. I think he's clout chasing ever since he got dropped from Devil Nation and Titanic Records. My whole thing is, how can you miss somebody that you was beating up? Weren't you beating up Nicki Minaj? And then when she tried to talk about it in her documentary, you sent her a cease and desist via Devil Nation. You already exposed that years ago. So what is there to miss? You talking about you miss all your exes. It can't be Nicki Minaj after you were abusing her. No, allegedly. So I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that you miss Diddy, and that is the ex that you're referring to, okay? Because it can't be Nicki Minaj. It better not be, dummy. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. As we know, Megan is going through heartbreak. Her third or fourth heartbreak in the last 5 years. Tory Lanez broke her heart. Partisan Fontaine cheated on her and broke her heart. Torrey Craig cheated on Megan Thee Stallion as well, which was public. If you guys remember, he broke her heart, and now Klay Thompson has done the exact same thing. Now, Klay Thompson's family, the ones she was cooking for, are not happy with Megan Thee Stallion putting Klay Thompson on blast. None of his other hoes, girlfriends like Coco Jones, Laura Harrier, have done that. And Megan Thee Stallion is the first girlfriend to put him on blast after cheating. So his team and his family are not too happy about it. They feel like she did that out of spite and to try to ruin his reputation. Now, let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's the thing. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion has a history of putting men on blast. I think that is her thing. I don't understand why this would be new information. She put Partisan on blast when he cheated on her. Okay, if you guys remember, she mentioned it in a song, and then he dropped Meg the Person, which he aired her out for cheating, and then she dragged him online. I remember that like it was yesterday. She exposed Tory for shooting her, right? Even though I believe it was Kelsey, no shade. And now she's doing the same thing with Klay Thompson. She has a history of exposing men if they don't do what she wants or if the relationship goes sour. So this is not new for Megan Thee Stallion. She's done this before. People might have turned a blind eye to it. And I think she's very intentional with it. I don't think she's emotional with it. I think she's very intentional with it. And what I mean by intentional, she wants people, once she no longer has a relationship with this person, she wants people to not support that person. And she wants these men to be looked at in a bad light. That's why she's putting them on blast. Okay, there's a reason why she's doing it. She wants his reputation to go sour because the relationship went sour. So she's intentional as to what she's doing. If I was Klay, I would just make sure, she ain't got no receipts. Okay, because I can see Megan airing out Klay even more in the future. So she better be careful. Now, due to Megan Thee Stallion's recent heartbreak, she will be ending her Broadway appearance on May 1st. Originally, she was scheduled to be on Broadway to May 16th. So 15 days earlier, she will be ending her Broadway appearance. And a lot of people are saying it's because of the split. In my opinion, I don't think she should have let Klay Thompson affect her bag. I think that's dumb of Devil Nation and Megan Thee Stallion. I'm all here for a mental health break, but let's just be honest. You wasn't dating that man for long. You acting like you was in a 12 to 13 year relationship. Just because you moved fast, you moved in with him, he bought you a Rolls Royce. That's your dumb problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was your dumb ass doing that. I mean, I feel like I would not move in with no man after dating him for 6 to 8 months, okay? I think she moved fast, and that's why she's so heartbroken. And then on top of that, I definitely think she wants sympathy. Now, Beyonce came out looking a mess, dressed in some purple curtains. Now, people are saying that it goes alongside with the theme that she might do for the Met and for Act 3, because she's in her rock era, Prince rock era. Prince's favorite color was purple. She also kind of teased, lemonade. Now, a lot of fans are saying that, unfortunately, Nicki Minaj is out mugging Beyonce. Fans are saying that Beyonce's face card, unfortunately, is declining. Here's my thing. I think Beyonce, she's getting older. She do look a little soulless in the pictures. Maybe camel face is stressing her out. She's been working back to back, so she might not have the energy. And so, I'm going to chalk it up to that. So she do look a little bit soulless in a lot of her pictures, but she probably been working a lot, But Beyonce, I don't know what's going on with these fashions, but she better not embarrass me at the Met. That's all I got to say. Like, this dress is ugly. I don't care if it's YSL. Allegedly, I don't care about none of that. The dress is ugly, and we should not be bringing up lemonade themes. I don't care if Camel Face is still cheating. You decided to stay with that man. We should not be teasing no lemonade era. That was 10 years ago. Like, really? I'm like, why is she referencing lemonade? Like, we should not be referencing lemonade no more. You stayed with him after he cheated on you with Becky with the good hair. So give it up. No. Now, moving on to Gaga and Doi's Runway music video, because the song is flopping on the charts. Let me know if you guys watched it. To me, it looks like a clown threw up on set. That's what it was giving. And, beautiful gowns, beautiful hair. But the music video, I guess it makes sense that the music video was as, I guess you would call it, theatrical as it was. But when I'm hearing Runway, I'm thinking of, you having a Met Gala-esque type of music video. I guess my expectations were a little bit too high. I'm thinking that they gonna have, Anne Hathaway, Anna Wintour, in the music video at least, because the song is for the Devil Wears Prada whole movie. Like, I'm like, if this is not really giving Met Gala fashion, it's giving clown things. Okay, I thought this was a fucking circus. It looked a mess. So I'm gonna have to give Gaga and Doi, unfortunately, 100,000 lashings. Now, I understand that they're not the directors and the producers, so they might not be in charge of how the video should be put out, but I feel like they, especially Gaga, would have some input, but it looked a mess. And honestly, I think that this was one of the worst collaborations of the year. Not the worst, but one of the worst. I'm sure that I can find other worse collaborations, but it's one of the worst collaborations of the year. No shade. It was a chop. I expected more, and, I guess I had too much of a high expectation for two talented people. Doechie's talented. Gaga is a legend, an icon in the game, but this was chopped cheese. Now, SZA had a lot to say about Rihanna for W Magazine, where Rihanna was on the cover. She says she knows exactly what she wants. Her taste level is super unique. The second she heard Consideration, which SZA wrote, she didn't hesitate. She said this one. It was the coolest thing I had made at that time. I couldn't believe she thought it was so cool too. Very fever dream coded. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Allegedly, SZA is currently writing, while she's working on her music, she's also allegedly writing for Riri for her next album that allegedly will be coming out. Rihanna got music that she's working on. If she don't get knocked up, because usually when she's supposed to drop music or tour, she gets knocked up and then Devil Nation gets upset. But the point of the matter is, SZA has written for Rihanna before. Here's the thing though, allegedly Rihanna don't really fuck with SZA like that. No shade. But I don't think Rihanna cares that SZA is writing for her, even though she may not fuck with her like that. She had Azalea Stanks writing for her at one moment in time. Azalea Stanks only got removed off of Anti because Azalea Stanks was chomping at the mouth on X. Okay? Remember, she was dragging Rihanna on X, and Rihanna was like, girl, you're removed off the album. Gaga did the same thing. SZA, she really don't drag anybody on social media like she used to before she was famous. She used to drag Rihanna and all these other celebrities before she became famous. But since she became a celebrity, she don't do that. So let me know if you guys would be here for SZA and Rihanna collaborating again. I think it would be very interesting. But my whole thing is, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be weird because I don't think they're going to make a better song than Consideration. At least SZA for Rihanna, I don't think she's going to make a better song than Consideration for Riri. Now, Liz Diddy, the Predator, is putting out an album June 5th called Bitch, okay? Here's my thing with Lizzo. You will be receiving 50,000 lashings. Nobody wants this album. I don't even understand how you can put out an album since you've been flopping for the past 2 years. You flopped last year, flopping this year. The last hit you had was About Damn Time. That was before the SA allegations, that were brought upon you. So, unfortunately, Liz Diddy, I think you putting out an album, obviously, is probably because she wants to get out of her contract, but Titanic Records don't give a fuck about this album. Liz Diddy, okay? Pipe down before you get wiped down. No shade. And the thing about Liz Diddy also is like, girl, you could at least do the whole Queen Latifah thing and get into acting since the music is flopping. I feel like she can really be in her Queen Latifah era and get to the acting bag since the music is flopping. I think the only rappers that can't really act, Megan can't act at all. The sympathy tears don't work. Cardi B is not a good actress because she probably wouldn't be able to read the script. And then I feel like who else would be a terrible actress as a female rapper? I don't think Doja Cat could do it either. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, I don't know. I think Doja Cat could be an actress, but I don't think Cardi B or Megan could. But the rest of the female rappers, since your music is flopping, y'all really gotta get into your acting bag. You see Ice Spice doing it. Scratch Off has done it before. So y'all gotta get in your acting bag. Now, Queen Ari has announced a new album called Petal that will be released July 31st. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm here for it. We getting this during the summer. She might have some summer bangers on this album. So I'm definitely here for it. Let me know if you guys are going to the Ariana tour. Isn't she doing a tour? I don't know if it started already, but I think she's doing a tour. So let me know if you guys are going to see Queen Ari. I got some very hot tea on Megan, Klay, Coco Jones, Jocelyn Hernandez, and Zeus Network. What's going on with that behind the scenes on Patreon? Link will be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.